Hi everyone, very good evening and welcome back to Geeks for Geeks practice. Please give me a +1 in the chat if my voice is clearly audible to everyone and everything is working fine. Then we'll start with this video as well. So please hit the like button and give me a +1 in the chat if everything is working fine for us. Start with this video as well. Okay, I think the audio is fine. So everyone present here can give me a +1. Okay, hi Rishit. So let's quickly call our guest for today. So today we have Karan with us. He is currently a student at BITS. So let's quickly call him for the short introduction, and then we'll discuss the further interview with him. Okay. So hi Karan, can you hear me? Hi Karan, can you hear me? Hi Karan, can you hear my voice? Uh, Karan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So can you please introduce yourself to the audience?
Yes, hello everyone. I am Karan Peshwani, and I am studying right now in my fourth year. I am at BITS Pilani Goa campus, and I have done my internship at Blue Jeans. And other than that, I have recently been placed at Vyapar app.
Okay. So can you tell us about some of your projects that you have built so far?
Yes, sure. So I learned web development in my second year, and one of my project was based on web development only. So I developed a trading application there, like like we have seen Zerodha, right? So in that the stock prices move, and we can sell or buy any of the stocks. So similar type of an application I built on web development, and one more project I had, and that was on Flutter. So I just built a gallery application. Like we have a gallery application in our mobile phones, and the feature which I added to this application was it can recognize images and sort them into categories. Like it will sort
Okay.
cats into one album and dogs into one album, and
Right.
similar such
Understood.
categories into separate albums.
Understood. So, as you know, today I'll be asking you 2 or 3 questions in a span of 45 minutes to 1 hour. So, let's quickly start with that. So, can you quickly share your screen so that I can share the question with you as well? Down there, you will see that, okay, there is a present button. So, you can share your screen from there and
Okay,
then we can start.
okay. Yes. Is my screen visible?
Currently, it's not visible. Can you share it?
Yeah. Share screen.
Uh, I think he has left the interview. So, let's wait for him for a couple of minutes, guys. Okay. Uh, okay. Yes, Karan, you can share your screen.
Yes, I pressed this button, screen button.
You can click on the present button down there and then you can share your screen.
Yeah, I pressed this button. Yeah, present button is there, right? I pressed that share screen button, but nothing is happening, I guess.
Can you please share, try to do it?
Yeah, share screen. There is an option of sharing the screen, but when I press that option, it's not happening. There is no response. Let me just.
So let's wait for him, guys, for a couple of minutes, okay? Then we'll continue again. Till then, you can tell me whether you have solved the problem of the day for today or not. The problem was, I think, scrambled string. So it will be solved by Abhinav. Have you solved it, guys? Okay, so Karan, can you open your camera as well? Like I cannot see you in the stream.
Hello.
Yes, Karan.
Yes, yes. I am trying to present, but it is not being presented, I guess.
Are you afraid of the interview?
Yes.
Try to present it again.
Try.
Okay, so I think I need to connect with the team, right? Yes, Karan, can you share it now?
Still, that thing is happening. Yes. I am trying to press that present button, and there is an option of share screen. But when I am clicking that, nothing is happening. Share screen button.
I think you can use a different browser, right?
Okay. Just a second. I'll use Chrome now. Previously, I was using this Firefox. Just a second.
Uh, just try to do it. Like I think it might work.
Just a second. Just a second.
Other people, like, did you solve the problem of the day for today, like scrambled string? I also found it to be a little bit tough problem. Like you can try to share it if possible for you. Your audio is not there, Karan. Can you try to connect your audio as well? You are not audible, Karan.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, definitely, I can hear you. Can you share your screen as well?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Is the screen visible?
Currently, it's not visible.
Okay, I have shared the screen. Yeah.
But your screen is actually not visible. Like you have shared your browser.
Yes, yes. I have shared entire screen.
Can you open like any website? Let's say Geeks for Geeks.
Okay, okay. Geeks for Geeks. This is Geeks for Geeks. Like, I don't know why it's showing black here, but I have shared my screen. You can see the cursor, right?
Are you sure? Unlock. Can you unlock the privacy option? Like, is there something like that? Are you sure that in the past you have given any interviews? A lot of people are waiting, Karan. So, can you share your screen again if possible? Okay, can you share your screen again? Okay. Your audio is not there, Karan. Can you please connect your audio again? You are not audible, Karan.
Hello.
You are not audible, Karan.
I have
Yeah.
unmuted myself. I don't know why I
Okay.
am like, yeah.
Can you open your browser as well now? Let's start with the interview.
Okay,
Why did you unshare your screen? Hmm.
okay. Entire screen. Like previously, I was sharing VS Code only.
No, you have to
Okay,
share
so
your
the
entire
thing,
screen.
no, when I am sharing my entire screen, nothing is being shared. All it is black. So I guess I'll have to share some specific type of a window, like any Chrome tag, Chrome. Uh, let's say okay. I got it. So yeah, this is you can see the GFG website.
Can you open any other tab now?
No, I can't open any other tab, but I can open this tab only.
Go to the stream. Can you share your StreamYard window, like the tab in which your StreamYard is open?
Yeah, okay. I'll share that one. The thing is, the entire window is not being shared. I don't know why that is happening. Right now, I have shared my this window, this StreamYard window.
Are you sure that in the past you have given some interviews, because it seems like there is some issue with your laptop?
Yes. Yeah, you can see my StreamYard now, and you can see this GFG one also. Yeah.
Okay. So I hope that now there would be no
Yes.
technical issues going forward. So you can close this new tab from here on, right? And let's start with the
Okay.
problem
Okay.
as well. So others can give us a +1 in the chat
Okay.
in
Okay.
real quick time. Then we'll be starting with the discussion as well. Guys, please give us a +1 in the chat if everything is working fine now, and then we'll continue. Okay. Uh, in the comments, please give me a quick +1, and also hit the like button. Then we'll proceed with this interview. Okay. So I think everyone is ready now. So let's start with the interview as well. And I'll quickly share
Okay.
one problem. So if you will look in the private chat, so I have shared one problem with you. Can you just click on the private chat, come back to this StreamYard tab? Yeah, click
Okay.
on this.
Yeah. This is
Okay,
okay.
just quickly log in with Google on this GFG portal so that we can continue with the interview. Okay, so now let's get started with this problem. The first problem that we are going to discuss is asteroid collision. What does this problem say? So basically, if you will read this problem, so it says that we have been given an integer array, right? So we have been given an array which consists of positive and negative integers. Now in this particular array, we have been given integers which are positive and negative. So the integers that are positive, they are
Okay.
indicating about asteroids that are moving in the right direction, and the value, the absolute values of
Okay.
every asteroid is indicating the size of the asteroid, right? If there is an asteroid with a negative value, so it indicates that the asteroid is moving towards the leftward direction. Is that clear?
Okay.
Absolute value of every asteroid will tell you that okay, in which direction that asteroid is going. If it is positive, sorry, absolute value will tell you about the size, and positive value for an asteroid will tell that okay, it is going in the rightward direction. If the value is negative, so it will tell you that okay, the asteroid is going in the negative direction. After that, each asteroid moves at the same speed, right? So you don't have to apply any physics to this question. Is that clear?
Okay.
Now, after that, what you have to do is find out the state of the asteroid after the collision, right? So finally, you have to find out that, okay, let's say some asteroids were given to you in an array. So what is the final state? Now, what does that mean? So if let's say two asteroids meet, so when will they meet? When they are moving in opposite direction. So if two asteroids meet, okay, when they are when some asteroids are traveling in opposite direction, and let's say in that case two asteroids are meeting with each other, then the smaller one will explode, right? So what do I mean by the smaller one exploding? So if two asteroids are meeting, it can be positive, like one of them will be positive, one of them will be obviously negative. So the one with the lower magnitude, with the lower absolute value, will get destroyed, and the other one will be prevailing. If you will see this example, so you can see that I have 3, 5, and -3. So in this case, what will happen? 5,
Okay.
the asteroid 5 and asteroid -3, they both will collide with each other. And when they collide with each other,
Okay.
in that case, what happens is the asteroid with the larger absolute value will sustain. So in that case, the asteroid with the value as 5 will be sustaining. Is that clear?
Yes, yes, got it. Got the question.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
got
two
the thing.
asteroids moving in the same direction will never collide with each other. Is that clear to you as well?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Now, after
Yes.
this, if you will scroll down to look at the second test case as well. So can you scroll down? I hope that your scroll
Okay.
is working, right? Okay. So now in
Yeah,
this
yeah,
case,
yeah. I have scrolled.
if two asteroids with the same value will collide, so in that case what will happen is 10 and -10, so both of them are having the same magnitude. So in this smaller example, you can obviously see that if two asteroids with the same values will collide, moving in the opposite direction, absolute values are same. So in that case, both of them will explode. Is that also clear?
Yes, yes. I got
So
your
now you'll
point.
be now what you'll be given is you'll be given this array, and you have to tell that okay, what is the final state of the array? So the question is pretty much clear to you.
Yes, yes.
So how would you
Yeah,
like
the question is
what's
clear
coming to
to
your
me.
mind?
Yeah.
How will you approach it?
Yeah. So I'll start with my approach. Am I audible?
Yes, definitely you are audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, definitely you are audible to all of us.
Yes.
Others can give
Okay.
us a +1.
So okay, okay. So in this test case, we can see that uh, on the right of on the right, let's say we are taking this example, right? So on the right of 3, let's say we start with the first one. Let's say on the right of the first one we have a positive value, right? In this case it is the same, like after 3 there is a 5, so we can say that 3 and 5 they won't meet each other. uh,
Okay.
okay. Okay. And quick doubt. Let's say we
You
have
can do
a
one
array
thing
like
first of
this.
all. Can you go to that setting button that is just beside the timer button on the
Timer
top right
button
corner?
setting. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Pixels,
go
I
to
should.
that and
Yeah,
select let's say 20 pixel and select the theme as black. Select the theme as just go to the theme as well.
yeah.
Okay, select the first theme. Just select the first theme.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Uh,
So one doubt I have here. Let's say the array is like this: 3, 5, -10, right? So the answer to this question will be 3, -10, or the
are you
answer
sure?
will be only -10.
So what do you
I
think?
think this should be, yeah, I think this should be the answer, the last one, -10, because then these two will collide and this one will only remain -10.
Correct.
Yeah, okay, okay. Okay, fine, fine. So I got the question here. I think we can use a stack here. What we'll do is we'll push every element into the stack. Let's say in this example, we'll push 3 in the stack, then we'll push 5 in the stack. Like if both the elements, the element which we are pushing and the top element which is already there in the stack, if the if the sign of both those elements is equal, then we'll do nothing. Then we'll just add that element to the stack. But if the negative, if both of them have a sign which is different, then we'll have to check which one is greater. And if the already existing one is greater, then we'll not push 5 here. Like if suppose if it was -5 here, right, and 3 is already there in the stack, and we are trying to push 5 into the -5 into the stack, and we see that -5 is greater than 3 in the magnitude, and both of these have different signs, right? So we'll remove 3 from the stack, and we'll push -5 into the stack.
Okay.
This way, by doing these things, we'll finally get the final array. I think that let's try it on this example also, which I suggested. Like we'll push 3, then 5 will push because they have a same sign, and then we'll push -10. And while pushing -10, we'll see that the topmost element which is there in the stack, it has a sign which is opposite to that of -10. So we'll remove that element, and obviously we'll check the magnitude as well here. So 10 was greater than 5 in the magnitude, then we'll push -10 into the, like, yeah, we won't push it. We then compare it to minus to this 3, right? And we again see that the magnitude of 3 is less than 10, and also they have a opposite sign. So we'll remove 3 as well, and we'll push -10 into the stack, right? So
Okay.
this is the logic which I am thinking of. uh, shall I proceed with the writing the code part?
Yes, you can definitely proceed further.
Shall I proceed? Okay,
Definitely, you
okay,
can proceed
fine.
further.
So we'll have to return a vector. Okay, okay. We'll declare a stack here. Uh, in stack, integers will be there in the stack, and just a second. Let me think what we'll do. Yeah, we'll push every element into the stack, and like one by one. So for int I is equals to 0, I is greater than n and I plus plus. If stack
And can you tell me the specific reason for using the stack data structure and not any other?
uh, like uh, like we have to compare the elements which are like, mm, we can definitely use any other data structure here as well. Like we can use vector here, but stack is like, I think stack would be more appropriate here because it can find the last element which is there inside it in O of one time. So that's
Okay.
why I'm using stack here. But
Okay.
definitely we can use any other like data structure here.
Right.
Okay, so st dot, yeah, if stack is empty, then we'll push the first element without comparing it with any other like element, right? Just a second. uh, I Okay. And if this push, else we'll need to compare it, check it. Okay, so if I is greater than, mm, mm, Okay, if
So if you are getting the ith element as a negative element, then what are you going to do?
see the ith element, just a second. Yeah, what I will do is, if stack is not empty, so let's say we'll take the top element. Int top is equals to st dot top, right? We'll take the topmost element, and if mm, top if top if sign of top is, one doubt I have in here, like, can this array have zero?
Uh, let's assume for a second that it will not have any zero element.
Okay, okay, fine. So I am assuming that it won't have any zeros, and it will have either minus sign elements or plus sign elements. So if top element is greater than zero, then we'll uh, do something, and if top element is less than zero, then we'll do something. If top element is greater than zero, and if the current element is also greater than zero, then we'll push that element without checking further, right? St dot push, stack dot push this thing. Yeah, the same line
Uh,
will copy here.
okay.
And else
So are you sure that what we have written in
mm,
the line number
yeah,
21 is correct?
else we compare 21. Yeah, if top is greater, oh, sorry, just a second. I forgot this. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So if this both the sign of the top and this is same, then we'll directly push it, or else we'll check. So we'll check the absolute values. Else if absolute of this is greater than absolute of this thing top, then we'll do something, else we'll do something. Okay, and what we'll do is, if this the magnitude of this is greater than this, then we'll remove the element, top element. So st dot pop will do, st dot pop will do, and we can do I minus minus, because we'll have to check again for this element. Okay, so I minus minus we can do, or else the magnitude of top is greater than that of this asteroid, then we can leave, obviously. So we can do continue, or else we can leave this else part. Okay, right now we are leaving, and if like in future we don't need this else part, we can delete it, right? So we'll do this thing. If top is greater than this, else if top is less than this, so the same things will be there, just the sign will be different for this case. So if this is negative and top is negative, then we'll push this thing into the stack, and else if the absolute value of this current element is greater than the absolute value of this top, then we'll pop this thing, I minus minus will do, else we'll ignore this current value, uh, current element, right? I guess my logic is clear. uh, yeah, yeah. In the end of doing this thing, this whole thing will be remaining with some of the elements in this stack, and that stack will represent our final answer. So we'll
Before
make a
that, you
vector.
just kept on writing the code. Can you explain the logic, like what you have done, why you have done? Because that's much necessary compared to the code that you have written. So, can you tell what you have
Okay.
done, why you have done?
Okay, yeah. I think I explained this thing, but I'll explain this again. Uh, See, we are checking like we took this example, right? -10. We took this example. We thought we pushed 3 into the stack, and then we compared the next element, that is 5, and we compared it to the top element in the stack, which is 3. We while comparing, we
Okay. Can you come up in your code? There's something that I wanted to ask regarding this only. Right.
saw that they both have the same sign. And
Can you come up? There's something that I wanted to ask from your code snippet only.
okay.
Right. So see, if the stack is empty, then you are going to push the ith element. Right. Now,
Yes.
if the stack is empty, then you are going to push it. Now, after that,
Yeah,
what you have
yeah.
done is, now you take out the top element. Right. Now you take out the top element, and if the top element is greater, then what you are doing is you are simply pushing it. What about those circumstances when things will be equal? Let's say when they will be of opposite equal magnitude. Then have you taken care about those test cases as well?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. That one I forgot. Yeah. So thank you for reminding me this thing. Uh, we'll have to put a else if block here also. Else if this thing, yeah. Else if absolute else. Okay. Else if we'll put it here only. Else if magnitude of both of them is same, uh, both of them is same, then we'll certainly ignore that. We'll basically, if the see if the magnitude of, let's say, 5 is there, and 3 is there, and -3 is there, so both of them will collide and they'll become like, they'll both be gone, right? So in this case, we have to remove this st dot top also. Like, we'll remove the topmost element, and also we won't do I minus minus here, because this element, we don't have to compare it with other elements in the stack, because this is gone. So we won't do I minus minus in this case. Okay.
Okay.
And similarly here also, we'll basically copy this thing here, because this is same here also. So I guess this is the thing which we need, which you got me right here, which I was forgetting. So okay. So yeah, this stack is giving me the answer here, but the answer is opposite, right? Means in the stack we have the array uh, oppositely. So we'll make a answer vector, and for like while loop we can use while st dot empty, while stack dot empty, not empty basically. We'll do answer dot push back this st dot top,
Hmm.
and we'll remove the element pop, right? And we'll then reverse this array. uh, Reverse st dot no, not st, this answer dot end. Yeah, we'll reverse this vector, and we'll return this vector. I guess this is making sense. Let me check it. st.empty, while not st.empty, answer dot pushback st.top we did, and we reversed this answer vector because this was in opposite direction, right? So yeah, basically, yeah, I think I have done this question. Let me check it if there is some compilation error or something. Let me check it. Output, your output, expected output. Expected output is
Expected
3
output
5,
is
and my
3.
output is expected output is
See, you are
this
just
thing,
returning
right?
3. You are
And
just
my
returning 3, and the expected output is 3 5.
yeah, I got it. So let me check where I have made the mistake. mm, I is equals to 0, I plus plus, if st dot, like I push the third 3, and if st dot empty st dot else top is 3 and top is greater than 0, this is also greater than 0, so we pushed 5 also in the stack. Okay,
Okay.
we pushed 5 into the stack, then came minus 3. So minus 3 came, and the top was 5. So if top is greater than 0, definitely we get into this thing. If top is greater than 0 and this is not equal to 0, we go into this block, and absolute of top is greater than mm, mm, absolute of 5 is greater than minus 3, right? So we are not going in this loop also, this if also, we are not going in this also, so we are just ignoring this minus 3 here. mm, yeah, so I think,
That is
like,
what
let
I
me give
was.
this custom input to, and this we should, yeah.
So that is what I had said. Like, you are missing few things in your code initially.
Okay, okay, let me check. Dry running on this one is like, let me check. st dot empty st dot push. Okay, else part top, is push कर दिया, and we got top is 5. Top is greater than 0. If this is greater than, okay, I got, just a second. I think I got, if top is greater than 0, we are dry running on this one. Let's see what I am missing, because I also don't know what I am missing here. So let me dry run on this thing. We'll soon figure out what is there that we are missing. So first we included 3. So first we got into this if statement and we pushed 3 inside this stack, right?
Correct.
Then came 5.
Absolutely.
Then came 5 and we got into this else part, and the top here is 3. st dot top 3. 3 is greater than 0. Then we go into this if part, and inside this if part, we go inside this. We pushed 5 also, right? Here we pushed 5 because 5 was greater than 0, and the magnitude
Def-
of top and asteroid dot this current element was greater than. So 5 we pushed into the stack. Then came minus
Definitely.
3. So stack is not empty, so we got into this else part. Then we got into this else part because top, no, we got into this if part because
Yeah.
5 was greater than 5 was greater than 0. Then
Right.
we got into these two things, and we saw that this current was negative. So we got into this part, minus 3, and inside all this also we got into absolute of current was
Yeah.
smaller than this, like
Right.
basically if this there was a else statement here, then we went into this else,
Yeah.
right?
Right. Because the ith
Because
guy, absolute value of the
yeah,
ith guy is lesser
because
than the top.
yes, yes, absolute of that one was lesser than the top element. So we got into this else part, which was empty, because we don't require that minus 3, because that is gone, I guess, right? So then what happened? Then this else was gone. Yeah, I guess. Uh,
Are you sure that multiple else's
and
would be called?
multiple what?
Like you are thinking that okay, the if statement will also be called, then else will also be called, but both of them will not be called at the same time.
Yeah, both of them won't be called at the same time. If we get into this if, then why would we go into this else? You are saying this, right?
Right? Don't you agree with me?
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, if we get into this if, then we will not go into this else part. Mm, any hint for me?
Like the biggest hint is that you need to shorten the length of code. Like basically you have written a lot of redundant code, you can say a lot of things that are actually not required. Initially you could have thought in a little bit much simpler manner, because as of now what you are thinking is that when it is empty then you'll push it. That's very basic. But the thing is that you have written the else part in such a complicated manner that even if this test case will get fixed, so there might be some other test cases on which your code might still be giving errors.
Okay, okay.
You want me to change the question?
No, no, no. I think that I'll handle this. Mm,
If you're not writing
uh,
anything in the else part, then there is also no need of that.
yeah, yeah, certainly there is no need of it. But I think why it is not doing here, I wonder.
So, like, what do you think about your dry run logic? Because, like, is it there anything wrong in the dry run that you found?
No, I can't find anything wrong here, because 3 is there. Then we push 5 inside here, and then we encounter minus 3. We see that minus 3, the magnitude of minus 3 is less than 5, and uh, also the like sign are different. So we compare these two elements, and while comparing we see that 5 is greater than the magnitude of 5 is greater than minus 3. Then we keep this intact here in the stack, and we ignore this minus 3 here.
Right.
Okay, but I think, just let me, can I think for once?
You are open to think, but you should think out loud.
Okay, fine, 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 fine. Push minus, uh, minus absolute value of, I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything other than this. Yeah. Else part, top is t dot top is greater than 0, and top is less than 0. And top is greater than 0, here top is, so both the time it will go inside this if statement only. And while going inside this statement, else, else, okay.
If you want, I can change the question for you as well.
Okay, okay. Just a 1 minute. Let me think, and if I don't get anything, we can change the question. Just let me think for once. Okay. So if we go inside this, if absolute of the current is greater than this, and if absolute of current is greater than this, that's not the case. So we stop. Okay, I think we can change the question.
Okay. So let's move to another question now. You can come back to the StreamYard window and we can discuss another problem now.
Okay.
Okay. So if you look at the chat, again, I have shared another question with you. Let me share it
Okay.
with the audience as well. Okay. Let's have a look at this question now. So what does this question say first of all? Now you know what is a tree. You have some idea about the tree data structure.
Yes.
Okay. Now in
Yes,
this
I have.
problem,
I have the idea.
what you will be given is you'll be given a tree. So basically you'll be given the root of the tree, and what you have to do is you have to count all the single valued subtree. Now what do I mean when I say that? Okay, a single valued subtree is there. First of all, what is a subtree? So if you will see in the given diagram, so let's say the subtree, like you can consider this subtree rooted at 1 as a subtree. One is having a child, left child is 5 and right child is 5, right? So one will be
Okay.
considered as a subtree. Now if you will see towards the right, the sibling of 1 is 5. Okay, so 5 is not having any left child, but 5 is having a right child, so 5 is also a subtree. Is that clear?
Okay.
Makes sense. What is a subtree?
Okay. Okay. And five. This single five is also a subtree if it has no
Definitely a
children. Yeah.
single leaf is also considered as a subtree. And other than
Okay.
this, every node, starting from every node down till the down part, right? Starting from any node, if you
Okay.
start from any node and you consider every node down there, that's what a subtree
Okay.
is for a particular node. What you have to do is you have
Okay.
to count all the subtrees which are having the single value, only one value. That this means that throughout a subtree, the whole family has a single value. Now what does that
Okay.
mean?
Okay.
So in this problem, if you will see, so basically this leaf node 5, the very first leaf node 5, which is a single valued subtree because it is having only one value 5. Okay, then the second leaf node 5 is also a subtree and it is having the value as 5. So this is the second time that I'm getting subtree with the single value. After that, if you will look at the third leaf, that is 5, right? So again I'm having 5 only, it's a single guy, so again the whole subtree has a single value. After that, if you will so up till now I have three subtrees, right? Is that clear? That up till now I
Yes.
have had three subtrees which have the same value. Basically these are all the three leaf nodes, right? After that, if you will observe, so for the root node 5, there is a child towards the right side, that is 5. Okay, and that child 5 does not have any left child, but that child 5 has a right child 5, correct? So that
Okay.
guy is also a subtree. Can you highlight it for us?
Yeah. You are saying this subtree, right? And this
Basically the
subtree.
this 5.
This five.
Yeah, basically this guy. Now this guy has a child 5, this is a subtree, right? So it has the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
value because it has the same value as well as all of its children. So it is again a
Okay.
subtree which is having the single value. So total
Okay.
three
Okay.
subtrees are there. If this question is clear to everyone in the chat, so please give me a +1 if the audience is clear with it. So Karan, are you clear with this question?
Yes. Yes. I am clear with this question.
Okay, if you will move down, so I'll explain the second test case to you as well. Others can give me
Okay.
a
Fine.
+1 if they are clear with this question as well. Okay, now if you look at the second test case, so if you will look at the second test case, so there are 5 single valued subtree according to this problem. Why? Because if you will see, so the first leaf node, that is 4, it is a single valued subtree. Then the second leaf node 4, that is also a single valued subtree. Okay, then the third leaf node, that is 5, it is again a single valued subtree. Then after that, the subtree, that is 4, and having a left child 4 as well as a right child 4, again it is a subtree with single value, right? So it is the fourth subtree that is having the single valued, and the fifth subtree with the single value is 5, which does not have a left child and which has a right child as 5. So total 5 subtrees are there which have the single value. Make sense?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you clear with this question now? Audience can give me a plus one if they are clear with this question as well.
Yeah.
Previously, this
I
question has
am.
been asked. Okay, like, is there anything that is not clear to you? Please tell me.
Uh, no, I understood the question. Yes.
Right.
So yeah, can I start solving this question?
You can tell me whatever is coming to your mind. You can think out loud. The
Okay. 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 So let's try run on this one. This is 5, right? And we have to check. Yeah. Yeah. See, let's say for this whole big subtree, like the whole big subtree which I have selected here, you can see, right? For
right, I
this
can see that.
subtree, yeah, for this subtree to be a this perfect subtree, what we call single value subtree, for this whole subtree to be a for this whole tree to be a single valued subtree, what should be the what are the conditions? First, I am thinking of that. So the conditions for this to be a single valued tree is this left subtree and the right subtree both should be single valued this single valued subtree, and the value of those single valued subtree should be equal to the root here, right? You got what I am saying, or shall I explain it
I got it.
once? Okay.
So
Okay.
in that case,
Yeah.
what are you thinking? How will you implement this thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it can be done with recursion, because for this we'll have to check this. The It's basically for checking one subtree. We'll have to first check its like left subtree and its right subtree. Then only we can comment that whole subtree is a single valued subtree or not. So I think recursion will be a uh, good choice for this question.
So are you sure
Uh,
that you will call that procedure as recursion, or is there any specific name for that kind of recursion?
yeah, basically it can be dynamic programming, we can say, and it is bottom up dynamic programming, we can say, because
Uh,
bottom from
are you
bottom
sure?
thing
Like,
we
is there any name for that kind of traversal, that kind of recursive traversal that you are going to do? That is what I'm asking.
name name I don't know the specific name for that.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Uh, yeah. In order post order. Yeah. Yeah. We can do the this what we call it post order. So first we'll check the left one, then we'll check the right one, and after that, when we have checked both of the right and left, then we'll check this route. So we can say that it's post order.
Right. It's post order traversal.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we can proceed with this, I guess. Huh. So recursively, we'll call these things. Let me let me just make a.
Uh, can you just shift the camera angle because I think your face is not clearly visible to us.
Okay. Yeah.
Better.
Okay. I think it's visible now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Huh. So what we'll do is for checking root. Uh, Basically, we'll have to make a recursive function here. Uh, bool bool solve will have a recursive function here, bool solve, and we'll push the root of the subtree for which we have to check. So let's say we give a name, root node. We give a node for this, for which we have to check, right? And we'll have to call this for this root, and also we'll have to declare a answer variable which we need to return here, and we'll have to pass it here because we'll increase this answer element we got when we get a single valued subtree. We'll increase it and we'll pass it by reference because
Any changes that you
we
make should be visible at the end.
okay. So we'll pass this answer by this pass by
I get your
reference
point,
because yeah, because
because any
we
changes
have to
that you make
change
to it
the
should be visible finally, right?
yeah. Okay. So you were saying that. Okay, fine. Yeah, pass by reference answer. We have declared this answer variable, and in the in the end, we'll have to just return this answer variable. So the whole logic of this question lies in this bool solve function. We'll solve this function now. So for solving for this big subtree, we'll first need to solve it for the left subtree, right? Node left and solve node right. And let's say uh, yeah, here we can see that n is 1, like it is starting from 1, so that means that at least one element is there in this whole this tree. So and we'll have to place null checker also here because if we are solving for node dot left, right, and if we see
Yeah.
that node dot left is null or this node dot right is null, then we'll have to, like, basically if we don't do it then it will cause some error, so we'll have to do it. If node is equal to null pointer, then return true. And why we are yeah, basically we'll return true as of now. Yeah. Mm, yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We'll return true. Here. Just a second. Let me think once. Mm, yeah. And let's say this bool thing is if this subtree for which the root is this node is
Right.
this subtree this what we call it single valued subtree, right? This bool is telling, like, is this subtree for which this node is the root, is this subtree a single valued tree? So if null is, like, if node is null pointer, then obviously, like in this example we can see when where I have selected this 5, for this both of its children are null, so both of the children are null. That means, yeah, these the subtree of this 5 both are single valued subtree. And then, yeah, then we can check this 5. Okay, so basically this tells this. uh, yeah. Mm. Just a second. uh, yeah, fine. And here we need to put a logic, like if we have checked this both these subtrees, and now we need to check this whole subtree, the whole tree for which we are checking. So if let's say if solve, we'll give it some name, bool left answer, if bool left solve, bool right? Solve. We have solved if these two are true. If this and this are true, then only we'll proceed with this with the uh, will proceed. Otherwise, we'll return false. Else return. Else we don't need to put this else also. We can simply return false, right?
Okay.
And if these two subtrees are single valued subtree, then we need to check if node the value of node is equal to the value of its root its children, and if the children are null, then we don't need to check this thing, right? Because those are null and we don't need to check it, obviously. That we can understand. Okay. So if if let's say if node dot left is equal to
Mm,
null, if it is not equal to null, uh, if not equal null, and this is not equal to node value, right? Node data, node where it is, node dot data. Okay. Similarly, for the right one, we can copy the same logic. Right is not equal to null, and right the key value. Okay, that value is also we need to. Okay.
are you sure that you will write null like this in C++?
Just a second. Just a second. Yeah. If this is if node dot left is not equal to null, then we'll check if the data of that left is equal to the data of this node data. If it is not equal to this node data, then we'll return false, because this whole subtree for which we are checking, for which the root is node, uh, that is not a single valued subtree. So we'll return false as it is. And similarly, we'll check for the right one also. We'll check if right is not equal to null, then we'll check its data. And if its data is not equal to the node data, then we'll return false. So in both of these, we have returned false, right? So that means the only case which is remaining is that when all of these values are equal, right? So in that case, we can return true, and also we can increment answer, because we have found a what we call it, a subtree which is a single valued subtree, right?
Okay.
Just a second, let me if yeah, I guess is not equal to null. If these are equal to null, then obviously we'll do this thing. Yeah, I guess my code should work. Let me try it here. Try running it. Some compilation error is there. Okay, okay. So I have not put this answer here. I guess it should work. Is okay. Null pointer. We need to write null pointer because it's a pointer, not a object. Yeah, I guess the expected output is same as the this. My output is same as
Right.
expected. So I'll try to submit it and check. Yeah, I guess.
Passes all the test cases, right?
Yeah.
Great. So finally, it passes all the test cases, but I think that you could have explained it much better. Why you are returning false whenever any of the left or the right subtree is returning a false? Because if your left subtree or the right subtree itself is not a single valued subtree, so this will indicate that the whole subtree can never be a single valued subtree. So
Yeah,
you could have
exactly.
explained those things in a better manner.
Yeah.
You just kept on writing the code instead of explanation, and also other things were fine, but I think you could have taken the variables could have been better. Let's say you could have written is left single valued as something like that. Some better variable names could have been taken instead of left all and all. But that's fine. Overall, you were able to write the code. How was your experience? Can you tell us about your experience for this interview?
I
Because
think
initially it was very difficult because things were not working fine technically for you.
yeah, actually, there was some issue with my Windows, this thing. So I was using my Linux machine, and I don't know why that entire screen share was not working on on this machine. So I have to share the window, this whole Chrome window. So that took a bit time, but then
Okay.
obviously everything was fine, and yeah, the experience was quite good. I got to learn some new things also. Like, this problem was a little bit, you know, it had some cases like if else cases. It was basically some confusing stuff was there. So it was
Actually, if
something
you would
to
have
learn.
thought about it in a much simpler manner, let's say if you would have thought about this thing that okay, let's say if I'll be getting positive elements, then if you are getting positive elements, then there is no issue. You can keep on putting them in the stack. Let's say if you have this thought process. Let's say initially, let's say if somebody thinks that okay, if we are getting positive, if you have solved some bracket problem, so usually there is a way na, that if you're getting except the closing, you will put everything or something like that. If you have solved some bracket related problems, so in this one
Okay.
also you could have thought that okay, if I'm getting some positive element, then I can keep on putting, and whenever I'll encounter any negative element, so I'll check that maybe you then you will come to the else part, and then you will use a while loop. And when you'll use a
Yeah.
while loop, so if the top element absolute in that case, if the top element you are checking if it is positive and it is having a magnitude lesser than the current negative element that you are having, so you will keep on popping out the top elements, right? And things like that. Just after that, you just had to build on top, so you did not need to write
Yeah.
so many if and else cases. Even if it would
Yeah.
have passed, so it would not have been a good solution, because the code was quite redundant. A lot of things were checked again and again. So
Yeah.
if you would have thought much in a much more simpler manner, then I think you would have been able to execute this code. But
Okay.
overall it was good, but I'll still say I was expecting that you will think a lot initially, but you just went with the flow. That is why even if the sample test case would have passed, then maybe some other test case might have failed, because the
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
had.
Yeah. I got the closure for this question. For basically what I was doing is for plus and minus both of these, I was doing the same thing, but I don't have to do both for all those positive and negatives. So basically, if I encounter some negative values, then I only have to check with
Right.
the remaining elements in the stack. And if I was getting some positive element, then obviously I have to push them without checking them. So that mistake, I think, yeah, I made. And yeah, yeah,
Because the code that you have written, there might be a lot of permutation and combination in on which your code will fail.
yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah, yeah,
Even you can see for a simple disk case which is of size 3, you were not able to push the all the proper elements, so that was the problem. And even when you were dry running, so you were having difficulty tracing the code. So
yeah,
that's why I will just recommend that overall you could have just done this thing, that is just thinking more compared to writing code. That was the only thing
yeah,
that you needed to see. So
yeah,
initially this is all right. So
yeah,
from my side also, I'll say that okay, your code writing capacity was good, but sometimes you start writing without thinking much, so that is what you can improve on. Other than this, I will say that you can take variable names better compared to what you have taken today. And you
Okay.
did not explain much while you were writing the code, so that is another thing that I will highlight. When you are writing the code, so you should think out loud. Whatever you are thinking, you should tell the interviewer,
Okay.
because especially when you are writing this kind of code, maybe the interviewer would have given you, maybe I would have given you some more suggestions. uh, Otherwise, why you are doing I minus minus and all, you did not explain that, although I was able to understand that, okay, why these things are happening. So these things that can be taken care of. Other than this, everything was good, and overall you were able to implement the second problem as well. So that's great. Thanks a lot, Karan, for giving us your time, and I wish you all the best for the future as well.
Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Karan.
you, Yash. Thank you. Thank
So all of you can give me a +1 if you learn some new problems from this, like asteroid collision and single valued subtree. These were the two problems that I had asked. So other people can tell me, like, if you understood everything or not. Please give me a +1, guys, if you enjoyed this interview overall, and then I'll end the session as well. Also, the like counter is less, so you can make sure to hit the like button as well. Okay. So Abhay is saying +1. Okay, Rishit says +1. Right. So also down there in the chat, there is one Google form that you can see. So in that Google form, you can fill your details, and then we can take your mock interview as well. So make sure to hit the like button if you are watching the recording or if you are watching late, and make sure to fill the form if you want to be interviewed by any of the mentors at Geeks for Geeks. Today, initially, we had a little bit of technical glitches. He was sharing the screen, but it was obviously not visible. But those things are fine; they are part and parcel of the game. I hope that you learn something from this interview. The best thing that you can learn is you should always think out loud. Don't just directly go and write the code without thinking much. As I said in the asteroid collision problem, Karan had some good logical and implementation skills, but he was not able to figure out that he can think normal in a normal direction, that okay, let's push the positive elements and then we'll take care of the negative elements in the else part. So those things that is something that that you always need to take care of. Don't just directly start writing the code. Always check for the edge cases. Think about the scenario, what will happen when you will do this, that, because if you'll just keep on writing the code, then obviously there will be certain cases where it will fail always. So please give me a +1 before we end the session if you enjoyed it, and make sure to hit the like button as well. I'm just waiting for 30 seconds more. If you have any other feedback for us, so you can tell that as well, and then I'll end the session. And obviously we were having some technical issues. That is why this interview is of 1 hour 13 minutes. From the next time, it will be less than 60 minutes. All right. So thanks a lot for joining, everyone. We will see you in another mock interview, and obviously I'll see you on Monday with another problem of the day. Till then, good night, take care, and keep coding, guys, and make sure to subscribe the channel if you haven't already. Thank you, everyone.